This meeting of the Senate Judiciary Committee will come to order. We have 12 judicial nominees on the agenda today who've been listed for the first time and will be held over according to the custom and practice of the Senate Judiciary Committee. And I'd like to read their names: Anthony Johnstone for the Ninth Circuit, Justice Maria Kahn for the Second, Julie Reichelman for the First Circuit, Judge Daniel Calabretta for the Eastern District of California, Matthew Garcia for the District of New Mexico, Judge Margaret Guzman for the District of Massachusetts, Judge Jeffrey Hopkins for the Southern District of Ohio, Lindsey Jenkins for the Northern District of Illinois, Araceli Martinez Olgan for the Northern District of California, Justice Adrian Nelson for the District of Oregon, Jamar Walker for the Eastern District of Virginia, and Jamal Whitehood for the Western District of Washington. We also have one bill on the agenda that's been listed for the first time and also will be held over. It's 2773, Unleashing of American Innovators Act of 2021. It was introduced by Senators Leahy, Tillis, and Hirono, and I look forward to taking it up at our next markup on December the 1st. Finally, we have 3 U.S. Attorney nominees and 1 U.S. Marshal nominee who are eligible for a vote today. I will turn to Ranking Member Grassley in a moment, but before I do, I want to speak briefly on an issue of national importance and personal importance to me, and that's the future of many young immigrants under the DREAM Act, or DACA. This week, Dreamers from across the country traveled to Washington to ask us to pass immigration reform legislation before the end of the year. These Dreamers are part of America, an important part. They're teachers and doctors, essential workers. They make our lives better every single day. And there are some amazing stories. There was a young dreamer yesterday who talked about how his life was at a dead end until DACA came along, and he was able to go to college. The story that followed is almost incredible. He not only succeeded to get a good professional job, he started creating companies, million-dollar companies, this young man. He said last year he paid in taxes $180,000 to the federal government. That suggests life has been pretty good to him. He owed it all to DACA, he said. Before DACA, I didn't have any type of an avenue or plan that could lead to success, and now it has. And I reminded him that he was paying more in federal taxes than many successful U.S. corporations. It's one illustration of the determination and amazing ingenuity of many of these dreamers. How can we possibly run the risk of losing them and what they're going to bring to our country? I want to thank Senator Lindsey Graham for serving as the lead Republican co-sponsor of the DREAM Act over many years. Over a decade ago, when I appealed to President Obama to help, he created DACA. As we know, it's gone back and forth in the courts and waiting for us to decide what the law will be, which I hope we can do. Today, the DACA program is uncertain for the future. The time to act is now. I hope as soon as we get back from Thanksgiving, we can start a meaningful conversation about DACA and other critical areas of immigration. I would just say to Senator Grassley, he and I share agricultural states. The agriculture sector is begging us for the opportunity to bring in workers and immigrants. And the same thing is true when it comes to healthcare workers. In my state of Illinois and many states, it's a real serious problem. 2013, we worked on a bipartisan approach to this. It passed on the floor. It would have made our borders more secure, and I'm prepared to commit to that as well. We need to pass another comprehensive bill, or at least the best we can come up with in a matter of several weeks, and maybe beyond, but I hope in several weeks. Let me close by saying I've tried repeatedly to start conversations on bipartisan immigration. Sometimes the proper moment is just not there. I hope that when we return from Thanksgiving, it will be. I invite my Republican colleagues to sit down with us. I come to it with an open mind and prepared to help in any way I can.